Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, January 12th, Saturday, January 13th, maybe a little bit of Sunday, January 14th, 2024, by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is, I guide myself through my personal revolution, evolution with responsibility. And here we are, moving out of the peak of the new moon energy, and yet it's going to take a little while for us to reach into the light, but this week ahead is going to be really interesting. So as of this recording, while we have had the new moon, we have not yet had the moon and Pluto enter in their conjunction, which brings a little intensity, and this kind of kicks off the next week of the sun building to a conjunction with Pluto before they both move into Aquarius. So in about 8 days, we have the sun and Pluto together moving into the sign of Aquarius. This means we're building to a big old Plutonic colonic this week. And it's kind of kicking off with the sun finishing up its final revolution evolution day. So this is a day where degree-wise we're working with Uranus energy, and Uranus energy can trigger us. It can show us where we're feeling stuck, and between that and power issues arising to the surface as the sun and Pluto come together, might get a little testy. But you get to be in your own personal layer of your revolution evolution and your personal responsibility. You get to choose and take authority for how you are going to respond to whatever stimulus, whatever energy comes your way. Now, that being said, Friday and Saturday have some good and interesting energies. What we're building to is Mercury finishing up in Sagittarius, moving back into Capricorn. So this is still following its retrograde path. We're still in the shadow, but here on Saturday, the 13th, I always like the 13th, what I love about this energy is we're going to have Mercury at 29 degrees Sagittarius, and we're going to have the moon in Aquarius. These two energies together are so wholly visionary. So whatever intentions you were setting and laying with this new moon in Capricorn, this is a beautiful time where it can be amplified by the excitement of your vision, by the excitement of your mind with Mercury at 29 degrees Sagittarius, and by the future-seeking energy of Aquarius. In traditional tarot, the star card is the card, I don't know what I'm trying to say. In traditional tarot, the star card is the card of like Aquarius, there we go, and future and vision. And so these two energies are really working together with this weekend. Get excited. Find a place where you get excited in that energy and can empower it. Because, you know, some of this other stuff is going to be a little tenuous. So let us look at Friday to start. We have the moon, like I said, having moved into Aquarius. Moon in Aquarius is definitely bringing some mental, electrical vibes. It's telling us to stay tuned, connect into the vibrational nature of things, so we can, you know, recognize what energy are we feeding into at this time. Mars and Jupiter will be in connection. Mars in Capricorn, Jupiter in Taurus. And this is a beautiful aligning energy. Are you taking action in alignment with that which is valuable to you, that which is important to you? So often we put so much time and energy into things that don't matter as much. So this is a call to like really check in. Does this matter to me? Yes, I want to feed this much energy into it. Does this matter to me? No. Why am I feeding so much energy into it? So really checking in with yourself for that alignment on Friday. Then the moon is actually going to feed into that Jupiter energy. Sometimes it can be like even just a vibrational shift. So sometimes you're like, yeah, this matters to me, but kind of the way I'm feeding into it doesn't. And there may be a little tweak, a little shift that you need to make. The moon is also connecting to Venus in Sagittarius. That's some fun and playful and creative vibes for Friday evening. So I like that. We may get snowed in here, so I don't know. Maybe some fun snowed in vibes there. For Saturday, like I said, Mercury is going to be shifting into Capricorn. That is not until 6:49 p.m. Avalanche. 6:49 p.m. Pacific time that we have that Mercury shift into Capricorn. So for a lot of the day, we have that Mercury in Sagittarius 29. Now, there may be shenanigans aplenty. Anytime Mercury reaches those final degrees, there are shenanigans. Anytime it changes signs, there's shenanigans. And we're already, still holding out in that shadow period. So watch for that. But meanwhile, can you hold the vision? Can you align with the vision? And can you tune into the vibrational feeling of this vision that you are holding, creating? Mercury into Capricorn helps us align our mind with what we've decided. It helps us align our communication with that layer of responsibility. Is your communication aligned with the intention that you just set in this new moon, with the intention that you have, with the responsibility that you have for being here on this planet? So Mercury in Capricorn checks in. Now again, we're still in the shadows, so this is like kind of the final review. This is the time where you're like, I get it. The moon is also going to move into Pisces late on Saturday evening, taking us into that deep psychic realm. I do want to mention for Sunday that we're going to have Venus and Uranus in conjunct. So again, even as we have some really good astro, there are some little like prickly things between the Plutonic colonic coming in, Venus and Uranus. They're not really sure how to work together. Venus has big vision in Sagittarius, and Uranus and Taurus is like, it's not realistic. And sometimes we got to work through those little pieces. And sometimes I actually just saw something about this, and the one that's stuck in my head, of course, is like my least favorite, but it was such a good post. It was about data and how sometimes data isn't actually accurate. So according to data, Jim Bezos should not have made money off of Amazon giving free shipping. And yet, look at where that's gone. And this article that I read gave many other situations where, according to the data, something shouldn't have worked. It wasn't practical, right? And yet, it's succeeded. It's gone beyond. And so I want to remind you of that in this Venus-Uranus energy, that sometimes the data doesn't know, like bumblebees, that bumblebees can fly. The data says no, and yet bumblebees are flapping their wings. That's such a better example. But the Amazon one's a real life one too, to like really tune into. So watch for that in your life where you're like, it can't be done. And yet there's a calling in your soul to move in that direction. But there might be some shimmying. There also could be some challenge in relationships. Again, between the Plutonic colonic energy coming in and this Venus-Uranus energy, things may get a little snippy. Some alone time over the next few days will definitely serve you in this energy, just to be in and of yourself. That being said, here we are. Eye of the Tiger, moving towards success. What is your intention? Align with that. Wish upon a star. See where you can align with that big, beautiful, intentional energy. We got some transformation work. This is, again, over the next 8 days as we have the Sun and Pluto building. There's transformation for your personal empowerment. And there's 2 layers of this. We've got past lives. So that's the moon card. It's subconscious energies. And we've got mind energy. So what you think about whatever is happening. So lots of stuff going on over the next 3 days. You can always book a reading to dig into this. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And besides all this, the better it gets, the better it gets. There is more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.